How you doing, guys? For this week's topic, I'm actually going to go more into the Galaxy Note 7. There's been more information that came out, and Samsung has announced that they're going to discontinue the Note 7, which is a good choice. I recommended they do that during the last news report, because once you associate something as bad, what happened with the Note 7, you need to discontinue entirely. You need to find out where the problem exists somewhere in the manufacturing process. They already had that happen to them twice already. They did the newer phone fix that didn't work and still had the same problems. So expect, one possibility is they're going to change the name, come out with a new phablet type phone. And of course, this isn't new with companies. They've done name changes before for a variety of reasons. And something I talked about before with the Charter and Time Warner Cable merger, they actually changed the name to Spectrum. The reason being they didn't want to associate one of the worst customer services in the industry, which they actually improved. And because I do have Time Warner Cable, to be renamed Spectrum, and they did improve customer service entirely, so the name change is warranted in many cases, as long as they actually improve the service or the product. So expect to perhaps see that in the future, renaming. And now, another surprising thing, they're actually sending out fireproof boxes, something which I didn't really initially think about, because a lot of phones are still bought online. Not everybody goes to a store and then, and necessarily buys them from a service provider. Could be they'll buy the phone from the actual company themselves, and then you got to think, well, sending it back. Actually, a lot of mail carriers now won't, if they know it's a Samsung 7, they won't actually ship it out due to obviously fire, explosion in the mailing system, and then of course that could set a huge fire off from the other paper mail and packages. So obviously it'd be a bad thing. So they're actually sending out fireproof boxes where you can send your phone in to the factory or wherever you got it shipped from initially, rather than going through a store. So can Samsung recover from this? Yes, they can. But like I said, first thing they need to do is find out where in the manufacturing process the actual problem exists. It was tracked down in the battery itself. They switched suppliers. They still had the same problem. So obviously there's a combination of things, perhaps the battery and the phone. So once they figure that out, then they can start building the next phablet they're going to be coming out with. And don't rush is one thing. Worry about quality assurance above all else and safety. Don't worry about competing with other competitors. Don't worry about that yet. Worry about putting out the best phone you can. And as they say, if you can build it, they will come. And so yes, they can. They are quite substantial company out there. They do have diversified a little bit, but pretty much electronics is about 70% of their business. So yes, they can recover from this.